Most people quit not because something is hard. They quit because it stops feeling interesting. The excitement fades, the novelty wears off, the emotional reward disappears. And instead of recognizing that as progress, they assume something's wrong. Here's the truth most people never hear: consistency is supposed to feel boring. If it feels exciting, you're probably still chasing stimulation, not results. In the beginning, everything feels intense. New routines feel powerful, new plans feel meaningful, new goals feel energizing. That's not discipline. That's novelty doing the heavy lifting. And novelty is temporary. It fades quickly. It always does, which is why most people mistake boredom for failure. They say things like, I don't feel motivated anymore. I don't feel connected to it. It just doesn't hit the same. Of course, it doesn't. You've removed chaos from the equation. Chaos is stimulating. Last minute decisions, emotional swings, starting over every few weeks. It creates urgency without progress. And for a lot of people, that feeling becomes addictive. Consistency removes that. No highs, no lows, no dramatic resets, just repetition. And repetition feels dull to people who are used to emotional spikes. That's why consistency feels uncomfortable. Not because it's difficult, but because it's quiet. No internal applause, no instant validation, no identity boost. Just work getting done. This is where most people sabotage themselves. They don't stop because it's too hard. They stop because it stops feeding their ego. Consistency doesn't make you feel impressive. It makes you feel ordinary. And that's the cost of building something real. Look closely at the people who actually follow through. They're not constantly fired up. They're not emotionally charged. They're not performing discipline. They're calm because they've removed decision making from the process. They don't wake up asking, do I feel like it today? They already decided. Boredom is a signal that you're no longer negotiating with yourself. That's not a problem. That's stability. Most people never get far enough to experience that phase. They quit during the excitement. They restart during frustration. They live in cycles. And then they wonder why nothing compounds. Real progress compounds in silence. No audience, no drama, no emotional payoff. Just momentum that doesn't need your mood's permission. If consistency feels boring to you right now, that's not a sign to change direction. It's a sign you're finally doing it right. The question isn't, how do I make this feel exciting again? The question is, can I respect something that doesn't entertain me? Because the life you say you want won't be built by excitement. It will be built by what you're willing to repeat long after the feeling disappears. That's consistency. Not flashy, not motivating, not dramatic. Effective.